Well, we start off with some bad news. It was meant to be a day of celebration, the last day of examinations for over 40 children from 2 government schools in Gujarat.
Just imagine waiting for your child to come home like she does every day, only to find out that will never happen. 41 children, including 15-year-old Renuka from a village in Gujarat, have gone in a blink of an eye.
All killed when their bus fell into a canal.
The driver of the state transport bus was racing a truck when the bus sped out of control and plunged into the canal.
Fearing the worst but hoping for a miracle, parents rushed to the spot. But as body after body of children was pulled out, their worst fears were true.
स्कूल तरती तरती ते किनारे आई तो काकाए साल ना के साल टिंगे बाहर निकली पछी एक काकाए हमने दवाखाना में लाया.
14-year-old Mamta survived, but for 41 other children, life ended here when the bus fell into the Narmada Canal. Their youngest was 13. Many of these children were from schools in Bodeli near Vadodara. It was the last day of their exams. But just 15 minutes away from school, the driver started racing to overtake a truck and lost control.
Overtake करते रहे, तय खटारों ऊपर उभा तो ये, बस कई कम पेड़ के खबर नहीं पड़ी में, क्यों?
पानी में बड़ा कुंगड़े क्या था?
हाँ, पानी में भरा चलू बस में.
Angry parents crowded the bridge hoping against hope that the children are alive, but only 4 children survived. Divers searched for hours, but by afternoon it was more or less certain there would be no more survivors. Most of the children who died were girls. Among them was 15-year-old Renuka. In this village, at least 15 people are mourning.
This village had hoped that 15 of her girl children will make her proud, but fate had something else in store. Today, this village is in a state of mourning, struggling to come to terms with the tragedy. In Bamroli village, with camera person Dr. Parmar, Rohit Ban for NDTV.
Right, well, let's now go across to Rohit Ban, who joins us live from that village this evening. Rohit, we just saw your report there. You mentioned 15 children from this village alone are being cremated this evening. Really, a parent's worst nightmare there come true.
Absolutely, Natasha. We've been in this village for the past 6 to 7 hours. It's been an emotionally draining experience for us. 15 of these kids who had got bright career ahead of them. And we've been told by the family members that they had really a brilliant academic career ahead. And mind you, this part of the country, this is where generally people don't send their girl children to schools. But here in this particular village, 15 of them were being sent to school. They were doing remarkably well. They were in their 8th standard. And in fact, tragically, today was the last paper of their last day of their examination. And like every day, they had taken this bus at 6:30 and they were supposed to go to these 2 schools where they were supposed to appear in their examination. But fate had something else in store. It was tragedy. In fact, terrible tragedy. The bodies, when they were cremated in the evening, 15 of them lined up on the funeral pyre. The entire village was stunned. They're still to come to terms with this tragedy. It's a terrible day for this Bamroli village, which had tried to really encourage their girl child to go to the school. But this tragedy cutting short their lives.
Rohit, a tragedy that no family can come to terms with, as you're pointing out there. But what about reports that the driver was apparently racing a truck?
Well, absolutely, Amitabh. In fact, that's the initial investigation reports that had come in. In fact, that was something that even the survivors, 4 children who survived this accident, they had told the administration, they told the media persons also, that the driver was going at a very high speed. And when it reached that particular bridge, he was trying to overtake a truck. That is where something wrong happened in the bus. Apparently, the axle broke down. And that's where he lost control over his vehicle and it fell down into the Narmada. Now, a 3-member committee has been set up by the state government. It needs to examine the technical aspects of the entire thing, how it happened. If an axle had broken, if there was some malfunctioning in the bus, obviously some more answers need to be asked, because then it obviously means there was some problem with the maintenance of this bus. So in the entire GSRTC has to come up with answers on whether this bus was actually malfunctioning, was there carelessness on part of the administration of the GSRTC, or it was simply an error by the driver.